Hello students, in the previous class we saw how Hamid went to the village fair with his friends. Now let's move on to section 2. Listen carefully as I read. Soon the roads began to get crowded. Some people were on tongas and ekas, some in motor cars, all wearing perfume, all bursting with excitement. The children were a calm and contented lot. For village children, everything in the town was wonderful. Whatever caught their eye, they stood and gaped at it with wonder. At last, the Eidgah came into view. There were row upon row of worshippers as far as the eye could see. Newcomers lined themselves behind the ones already there. So, as the children reached the town, they became very excited. They saw people on tongas and ekas. This which you see is a tonga and the other one is an eka. Children were amazed at seeing new things and the busy fair. Finally, they reached the Eidgah and they saw how neatly people worshipped. I'll read the next paragraph. The prayer was over. Men embraced each other. They descended on the sweet and toy vendors' stores like an army moving to attack. There was the merry-go-round with wooden elephants, horses and camels. You paid 1 paisa and had 25 rounds of fun. Mahmoud and Mohsin and Nouri and the other boys mounted on the horses and camels. Moving on to the next para. Hamid watched them from a distance. All he had were 3 paisas. He couldn't part with a third of his treasure for a few miserable rounds. They were soon done with their rides. Then it was time for the toys. There was a row of stalls on one side with all kinds of toys. Soldiers and milkmaids, kings and ministers, water carriers and washerwomen and holy men. In these 2 paragraphs, we can see that as soon as the prayer is over, people embraced each other and rushed towards the fair. What did they see in the fair? They saw a merry-go-round with wooden elephants, horses and camels along with the toy vendors' stores and sweet shops. Also, if they paid a paisa, they will have 25 rounds on the merry-go-round. Now this will be exciting for any child, right? But not for Hamid. Hamid just watched his friends Mahmoud, Mohsin, Nouri and the other boys pay a paisa and go for a ride. Although Hamid wanted to go, he couldn't because all he had was 3 paisas. He couldn't part with that. After his friends finished their joyride and together they went to the stalls where all kinds of toys were kept. I'll read the last paragraph. Mahmoud bought a policeman in khaki with a red turban on his head and a gun on his shoulder. Mohsin bought a water carrier while Nouri got a lawyer. Those toys cost 2 paisa each. Hamid had only 3 paisas. How could he buy such expensive toys? If they dropped out of his hand, they would be smashed to bits. If a drop of water fell on them, the color would run. But he looked at them hungrily and wished he could hold them in his hands for just a moment or two. After the toys, it was sweets. Someone bought sesame seed candy, the others gulab jamuns or halwa. They smacked their lips with relish. Only Hamid was left out. So, here when they reached the toy stalls, Mahmoud bought a policeman in khaki with a red turban on his head and a gun on his shoulder. Mohsin bought a water carrier. Nouri got a lawyer. Each toy costs only 2 paisas. Though it was a good deal, Hamid felt that they were expensive. Hamid could not buy that because all he had was just 3 paisas. He just convinced himself not to buy those toys because if he drops it on the ground, it would break into pieces, or if water fell on them, they would lose their paint. The next stop was the sweet shop. Once again, other children bought sesame seed candy, gulab jamuns or halwa and smacked their lips with relish. What do you mean by smacking your lips? It means opening and closing your mouth loudly to express a strong wish to eat something you like. What is the meaning of relish? Relish means to greatly enjoy something. And lastly, what is the meaning of gaped? It means to stare with one's mouth open wide in amazement or wonder. Let's move on to section 3. I'll read. Next to the sweet shops, there were a few hardware stores and jewelry shops. The boys were not interested in anything there, so they walked ahead except Hamid. It occurred to Hamid that his granny did not have a pair of tongs. Each time she cooked chapatis, the iron pan burnt her hands. If he bought her a pair of tongs, she would be very pleased. She would never again burn her fingers. It would be a really useful thing to have in the house. So Hamid stopped to look at a pile of tongs at the hardware shop and asked the shopkeeper, "How much for this pair of tongs?" The shopkeeper looked at him and replied, "It's not for you." "Is it for sale or not?" "Why should it not be for sale? It will cost you 6 paise. Hamid's heart sank. "Tell me the correct price," he said. "All right, it will be 5 paisa. Take it or leave it." Hamid said, "Will you give it to me for 3? Then he walked away, afraid the shopkeeper would scream at him. But the shopkeeper did not scream. On the contrary, he called Hamid back and gave him the pair of tongs. Hamid carried it on his shoulder as if it were a gun to show to his friends. Mohsin laughed and said, "Are you crazy? What will you do with the tongs?" Hamid flung the tongs on the ground and replied, "Try and throw your water carrier on the ground. It will break." Mahmoud said, "Are these tongs some kind of toy?" "Why not?" replied Hamid. "Place them across your shoulders and it is a gun. Carry them in your hands and it is like the musical instrument carried by singing monks. My tongs are like a tiger among toys." Sami, who had bought a small tambourine, asked, "Will you exchange them for my tambourine? It is worth 8 paisas." But Hamid would not. The pair of tongs won everyone over to its side. By 11, the village was again filled with excitement. All those who had gone to the fair were back at home. Hamid too returned home. As soon as she heard his voice, Granny Amina ran out of the house, picked him up and kissed him. Now the boys happened to walk near a jewelry shop and also a hardware shop. The boys were not interested in it except for Hamid. He saw a pair of tongs in the hardware shop. What are tongs? Tongs are a tool that you use to grip and pick up objects that you do not want to touch. So he decided that if he buys it for his granny, she will no longer struggle to make chapatis. After he bargained and bought the tongs, his friends made fun of him. But Hamid showed them that his toy was the tiger among other toys. It means that his toy is far more better than the other toys. He even dared his friends to throw their toys on the ground, which they didn't because they knew it will break. Soon his friends realized that Hamid's tongs are the best, and Sami even tried to trade it in exchange of his toy tambourine. But Hamid did not budge. After they reached their village, Hamid ran to his granny Amina to give the gift. Let's see what happens next. Suddenly, she noticed the tongs in his hand. "Where did you find these tongs?" "I bought them." "How much do you pay for them?" 3 paisas. "You are a stupid child. It is almost noon and you haven't had anything to eat or drink. Couldn't you find anything better in the fair than this pair of iron tongs?" Hamid replied in an injured tone, "You burn your fingers on the iron pan, so I bought them." Granny was deeply moved by Hamid's selflessness. She started crying. For the wretched woman, the pair of tongs was as precious as a sack of silver. So at first, when Hamid gave his gift to Granny, she was not impressed. She scolded him for not buying anything for himself to eat and enjoy. But when Hamid told that he bought the tongs so that Granny Amina would not burn herself while cooking, she was moved to tears. She was amazed to see the selflessness of Hamid and his affection towards her. So Granny Amina considered the simple pair of tongs that Hamid bought to her to be as precious as sacks of silver. Now what do we understand from the lesson? We know that all celebration must be about sharing your goodness with others who are less fortunate than you. In this story, we saw that even though Hamid's friends had money, they did not share it with Hamid. Instead, they bought sweets and toys just for themselves. They did not even offer a single sweet to the poor boy. But look at Hamid. He bought a pair of tongs for his granny with the money he had. He shared his joy with his granny and put her needs before his. This is what our festivals and celebrations are about. Sharing our good things with people who are less fortunate. Let's look at the meaning of certain words. What is the meaning of precious? Precious means valuable. What is the meaning of wretched? Wretched means unhappy. So let's do a quick recap of the lesson. In the beginning, we saw that all our festivals and celebrations must include sharing as an essential part. Then we saw Hamid, a little boy of 4 years old, living with his grandma Amina. His parents died when he was young. He was very excited to go to the town fair because it was Eid. He had only 3 paisa to spend, whereas his friends had more. After the prayer, his friends bought sweets and toys for themselves, but Hamid bought a pair of tongs for his grandma. He shared his joy by buying something that his grandma needed. This made their celebration of Eid wholesome compared to his friend's celebration of the festival. So class, with this Unit 1 prose is over. I'll send the notes in our common group. Students who are not in common group created for English can contact me through WhatsApp. Another important message, since you are copying the notes sent to you, I request you all to make no spelling errors or mistakes while using capital letters. Pay attention to what you are copying. Now the story was written by a famous Indian author, a writer, Mr. Munish Premchand. Now let's look at some hard words in the lesson. First one, injured. Second one, selflessness. Third one, Munish Premchand. Fourth one, wretched. Fifth one, precious. Sixth one, tongs. Seventh one, excitement. Eighth one, tambourine. Ninth one, exchange. 10th one, expensive. 11th one, accept. 12th one, mounted. 13th one, smacked. 14th one, relish. 15th one, worshippers. 16th one, perfume. 17th one, descended. 18th one, suburbs. 19th one, outskirts. 20th one, gaily. 21st, impatient. And lastly, 22nd, dazzling. So thank you, children.